Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Mashbitz. This is my honest reaction and review of SummerSlam Night 1. Now, most of the stories coming into SummerSlam Night 1 and Night 2, as we'll find out, were pretty cold. There's been a lot of heat on WWE recently for the lack of creative, lack of compelling television, and so SummerSlam was kind of supposed to save the day. And also, Triple H was trying to redeem himself after a very poorly received WrestleMania this year. I mean, WrestleMania Night 2 saved the whole WrestleMania weekend, and WrestleMania Night 1 was received very poorly, and Triple H was trying to do this two-night event, SummerSlam thing, to redeem himself from a poorly received WrestleMania, and he just did not get it done. Again, a lot of cold stories coming into this night 1 of SummerSlam. Biggest story being Hell in a Cell, Brock Lesnar, Obafemi. Another big story being CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, just because the history, but not a lot of interest in terms of compelling television to get you kind of sucked into those matches. And so for that, those matches kind of were underwhelming, in my opinion. But I think the match that actually stole the show and my match of the night was the opening match, which was Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. This is the only match that I got wrong in my prediction show. I thought Io Sky actually was going to pull out a victory, but she did not. They kept the title on Liv Morgan, who actually had a lot of heat coming into this show because she hasn't defended her title in 100 days, very similar to Jade Cargill. But this match reminded you why Liv Morgan is very, very good, why Io Sky is one of the best in the world. And when given two women who can actually wrestle a good amount of time, they can put together a very, very, very good professional wrestling match. This was my match of the night. Io Sky, Liv Morgan, my match of the night. Now we can just jump to the other women's match. I think Brie Bella, I think Nikki Bella are two of the worst professional wrestlers in the history of WWE. And it sucks that post-match, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella turned on Paige, which means we're going to see the Bella twins more. I just don't get why WWE wants to make the Bellas heel. People like them. That's the only reason they're in WWE is because they have popularity. What's the point of making them heel? You might as well turn Paige heel. She's more vicious, she's more cruel, she's more mean, and she has a better streak of being a good heel. Nikki Bella's not a good heel. Brie Bella is not a good heel. They're not even good wrestlers. So how could you think they could portray actually hating Paige? They cannot. So I thought that was a stupid move. And also stupid because we just have to see the Bella twins wrestle more often, which sucks because they're really, really bad. Paige is fine. Kind of a lackluster return so far to WWE. Nothing really substantial or of note. She just does some stuff and whatever. Now she's going to go into a program with the Bella twins. Maybe that'll be good. Most likely not, but whatever. The best thing to come out of this match is Fatal Influence. They're fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic. And if WWE writers, Triple H, and creative screw this up, then they've really dropped the ball, with Fatal Influence becoming the most dominant faction in the women's division and strapping the title to JC Jane as fast as fucking possible, and having all of the titles be with Fatal Influence and allowing them just to mature and grow while being champions, while running the division, and while being the most dominant heel faction in WWE, especially in the women's division. This is what needs to happen. This is a bright spot when it comes to the women's division, especially this trio of Fatal Influence. So that's really good. Now we can jump over to the other six-man tag team match. It was fine. The best parts of the men's six-man tag team match were Solo Sikoa and LA Knight. I'm kind of tired of Jimmy and Jay. I really am kind of tired of it. I don't need to see them wrestle anymore. I want to see more of Jacob Fatu as kind of this henchman for Roman Reigns. I want to see what happens with these guys now that they lost. How will Roman Reigns react on an episode of Monday Night Raw? Will they get a sort of a scolding, a reprimanding? How will that phase Jacob Fatu and the Usos? I'm kind of interested in that, but I'm not super interested in another bloodline-centered Survivor Series, War Games, but that's what we're leading towards because that's obviously what's going to happen. Solo Sikoa, fantastic. Charisma, beautiful, loved it. Book him, push him, let him excel as a singles competitor, as a babyface. Absolutely fantastic. And LA Knight. Now, Triple H in the post show says you got to earn it. If you want to get pushed like all these top guys, you got to earn it. LA Knight has earned it. He has crowd reactions bigger than anyone else, night in, night out for 3-4 years in a row now. And what has happened? He keeps being relegated to these bullshit bloodline feuds where nothing happens and he never wins a world title. So don't say shit that you don't mean, Triple H, just because you love your boy Cody Rhodes, even though he's not that great. So, is it earning it? Okay, LA Knight has earned it. He's gotten the call. Now, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, absolute stars of that 6-man tag team match. Royce Keys, not a fan. It seems by um, all things that I've heard about Royce Keys, he's a really, really stand-up guy, and it's super fucking cool that he made it to where he is. He can take care of his family, he can take care of himself, and he's in WWE. That's fucking cool. I love that story, and I love his story. But he has zero charisma. No one reacts to anything that he does ever inside of that ring. And I think he's a mid-card guy through and through. And I just don't think he needs to be inserted in this huge feud if this is going to be the marquee matchup for War Games at Survivor Series. But they're not going to take him out of this match. Hopefully he can get himself over. I really do not think that he can. He just doesn't have enough charisma. He just doesn't have enough charisma. He doesn't. And so there's that. And then you have Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Congratulations to Nick Aldis. He's wanted to have a WWE match his entire life. 3 years since his last match. Really good showing. Everyone was proud of it. Everyone loved it. Gunther wins. Now, I saw some things online that said, what would have happened if Nick Aldis wins there? I think that could have been good. Because Gunther has been he was really hot, right? Tapped out John Cena. Beat AJ Styles. That was kind of back-to-back December, January. We're in August. That's 8 months of him literally drying up, of getting cold. When he tapped out John Cena and then tapped out AJ Styles, he was the biggest heel in the company, getting fucking boos raining down on him, and then it was flat. Dry. Nothing fucking happened. WWE did not capitalize whatsoever. And so you have him lose against Nick Aldis, and now he really snaps. He's like, am I as good as I think I am? Am I the ring general? Am I really the best professional wrestler in the world? Then maybe he loses another one. Then maybe he loses another one. And then maybe he goes on a streak where he just goes absolutely ape shit and destroys everyone, leading to the Royal Rumble where he wins that Royal Rumble. I don't know. Something that was me spitballing right here in real time. But what's happening right now is not that great. He didn't end the career of Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis' career was already over. He's had one match in 3 years. He's not an active professional wrestler. He did look fucking jacked, though. His punches are weird, though. Like, I hate people when they punch like this. It should be big. Look at Solo Sikoa when he punches. Everything is, big, presentation, not him and Royce Keys. Nick Aldis and Royce Keys have the same weird fucking punches that don't work. And they're so rushed and fast, and nothing is like deliberate and nothing fucking lands. Like, I just don't like that stuff. For someone who's wrestled for a very long time, and Nick Aldis, like, he should be better at that. CM Punk also is very rushy with his strikes, especially against Cody Rhodes. Both their strikes last night are at SummerSlam Night 1. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk look weak, look soft. It's a presentation. It's a deliberation. It's something that needs to be crisp and sharp. But anyways, good for Nick Aldis. Gunther wins. What's next for Gunther? Who knows? He's been doing nothing. Pretty much nothing of note since he beat AJ Styles. So the career killer moniker is really Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles, but nothing since January. And so I don't know what's next for him, but he needs something fucking compelling, or they're going to lose out on Gunther. Like, simply just lose out on the steam, and fans are going to lose interest. And then you have Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, fine match, like just kind of an old school wrestling match. I can't stand CM Punk, so if he does anything that sucks, I'm going to call it out. I don't think this was a great match. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania was way better than this match, just because Roman Reigns is a much better big match wrestler than Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes is good, but he's not great. Roman Reigns is great when he needs to be. And that's the kind of partner that CM Punk needs to draw out a great match, like against Sami Zayn, like against Finn Balor. Cody Rhodes just doesn't seem to have that ability. And again, like I said, their strike seems rushed. CM Punk did a moonsault that he never should have did. The match was fine. Old school wrestling match, though. I like working a body part. I like that. That's cool. That's fire. And then the best part of the match was Randy Orton returns. Now we're going to see hopefully a really intense an evil feud between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, and CM Punk retains, and now we'll know who the number one contender is, either Finn Balor or Sami Zayn. I think we should see matches against both guys, and then we'll see that. Then you'll see both CM Punk and Cody Rhodes line up once again, and I think that'll be your WrestleMania match also, because that was their first match. So for a first match, not bad. So I think, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton kind of pair off for a feud for a while. CM Punk does a bunch of other stuff, bunch of defenses, and they come back for WrestleMania. And then we have Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, total letdown, absolute total letdown. Didn't need the Hell in a Cell. That match would have been perfect if they had just framed it as a match. The third installment, the rubber match between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar loses, he has to retire. Like, that would have been better than Hell in a Cell, violence, you're a bitch, inside lock with the beast. Like, you didn't need it. Nothing happened. And then you kick out of a tombstone on the boards, and then you do the fall from grace, but not on the boards, and then you win, and then Brock Lesnar puts you over, and this, like, the whole Hell in a Cell was totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary, but I love that for Obafemi. Again, hopefully that is a build-up to him beating Roman Reigns at some point and becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. That is what needs to happen. WWE has to pull the trigger on that, because they've already fell flat on Braun Breaker, and hopefully they don't do the same with Obafemi. Now, let me just read you this tweet that I think kind of sums up the whole deal. I mentioned some of these pieces already, but I think this kind of summarizes everything that I'm talking about. So Triple H tried to redeem himself after a poorly received WrestleMania this year with SummerSlam. Unfortunately, night one didn't pass the test, as night one of SummerSlam failed to even top night two of WrestleMania this year. These shows genuinely feel like half of what they should be as two-night shows. And personally, I think everyone else, we're kind of tired of the two-night events. Like, make one night, one show so fucking good that it's can't miss. Don't draw out two nights where there's some good stuff here, some good stuff here, and a lot of mediocre shit everywhere in the middle, right? Liv Morgan and Io Sky showed up, match of the night, and had an absolutely fantastic Women's World Championship match. Like I said, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, kind of an old school wrestling match. We saw the return of Randy Orton. Fuck yeah, great. And this is what kind of bothered me. Triple H used Hell in a Cell to entice people to find interest in their show, and then completely killed the entire gimmick of Hell in a Cell after claiming it would be super violent and a war, and it just wasn't. So you just lied. You've lied to people. It's not Brock Lesnar or Obafemi's fault. They didn't come up with a stipulation. Triple H said that. They're allowed to do whatever they want in that ring. I'm not saying they have to jump off the top of the cage like Mick Foley, but you didn't need the Hell in the Cell. You just needed a regular match, and the story itself could have been presented a little bit better, and people would have been drawn in, especially in the hometown of Brock Lesnar. And so, once again, like, obviously when the stories coming into the show are extremely cold and you haven't written compelling television in a very long time, you're really fighting an uphill battle. And so everything has to be extra good because you're climbing that uphill battle. And because of that, it was very middle of the road, a show, and it didn't leave anything that kind of left you overly excited about, except for Randy Orton returning, and the interest of what Obafemi is going to do moving forward now that he has a guaranteed championship match and he's moved past the beast. So those things are exciting. That's what I thought of SummerSlam Night 1. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.